Coinbase is finger pointing, saying that the SEC is costing the U.S. millions of jobs and pushing opportunities offshore. Are they right? Are they wrong? We're going to dive into that today. Welcome back to the Blockhash Podcast channel. Let's talk crypto. Make sure to check out our sponsor, NITROBETTING. They are providing the best experience for Bitcoin betting online today, from sports books to race books to gaming to traditional casino games, whatever you enjoy, you can wage with NITROBETTING. Go to nitrobetting.eu to check out all the action, and the links for that are in the description below. Also, check out our Patreon. We do chart analysis Monday through Friday for the price of 2 cups of coffee a month. Take a look at that if you like TA. Alrighty, so crypto exchange Coinbase says that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, their enforcement-only approach is negatively impacting America. I agree. In a new blog post, Coinbase says that the majority of the world's economic powers are embracing a technology that can increase economic opportunity. The SEC's regulation by enforcement-only approach is costing the U.S. millions of jobs and pushing opportunity offshore. We're seeing that in real time happen with upticks in interest in Europe, in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in Dubai, in the Emirates, across Africa, a lot of emerging countries. You're seeing this being adopted at a very fast rate, faster than the U.S. can even, wrap their heads around at this point. It's sad and it's embarrassing. According to Coinbase, the SEC is pursuing an enforcement-only approach despite its chair, Gary Gensler, testifying to the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services in May of 2021 that domestic crypto exchanges do not have a regulatory framework either at the SEC or their sister agency, the CFTC. According to Coinbase, a legislative approach is the best way forward. I agree. It's a matter of time. So, quote unquote, I don't know who this is specifically, but I'll figure it out. Despite the SEC's enforcement-based approach, Congress is stepping up to advance comprehensive crypto legislation. These efforts are critical to ensure the U.S. does not fall further behind other jurisdictions. A legislative approach to creating crypto regulation is the best way to ensure customer protection and also ensure that digital asset innovation and the jobs created by it remain in the U.S. So, according to Coinbase, quote unquote. And I agree. So, the reason we need legislation is it clears up this huge issue in the U.S. of what is crypto and which crypto is what. So, is Bitcoin a crypto? As a crypto, is Bitcoin a security? Is it a property? Is it money? Is it something different? Is Ethereum a security? Is it property? Is it money? Is it something different? Same thing with every other altcoin out there. This is the problem. Every token, every DeFi project, every stable coin, we're in the industry, we have a relative idea, but the people that make the rules, they don't fully understand. And that's what we're dealing with. The SEC wants to consider just about everything a security. The CFTC considers everything property. Depending on who you talk to, they consider most crypto money. The IRS does. They tax it that way. Congress is working on legislation, and hopefully that goes through sometime by the end of this year, but likely it'll happen in 2024. It's just too many delays with this stuff. So we'll see what happens. But the sooner that comes out, the more clarity we'll get and the more we'll be able to push these agencies aside and into their proper rings. Because right now, they're all in this turf war, fighting for relevancy, wanting to regulate this and enforce that and claiming this and claiming that. Like the SEC claims that everything in crypto is rife with Ponzi schemes and fraud and scams. And while to a degree some of that is true, it's not fair to say that broadly about the industry. In fact, it is a subset of the industry that even within crypto, we reject. Then you have other players like the CFTC that are regulating and are going after people, but at the same time, they're more optimistic about what this industry can do. So it's like, which one would you rather have? And that's why Coinbase, and like myself, we say that the best way and the best approach is to go through Congress, get the legislation, get real rules on the table so we know what the game is. We've taken this to the court numerous times, whether it's Ripple, Grayscale, Library, now Coinbase, now Binance. It's never ending, and the courts are tired of it, and they're starting to actually rule opposite of the SEC, which is the one taking most of these enforcement actions. That tells you a lot about the disdain for these agencies that are too aggressive right now. So it's best that we can find a way to avoid regulating by enforcement. it doesn't work. It's not helpful to innovate in this industry. So hopefully we get that legislation. Coinbase is pushing for it. I know most of the industry is pushing for it. I'm pushing for it. I want to see it. Let's see if it happens in the US, because at this point in time, we are way behind. Even Europe of all places, they have a law. It's called MiCA. And now you're seeing startups and companies and banks and exchanges and projects leave the US, going to jurisdictions that are more favorable, simply because of this reason: for taxes, for the red tape, for the clarity. So we'll see what happens. Comment your thoughts down below, what you think about the state of crypto in the US, and if you still think this is the place to be, or if this industry has changed. We're in a new era, and maybe the US isn't the place to be. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Like the video, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. You guys are the best, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.